Let's write 50,000 words together, shall we?
What, like it's hard?
Just kidding. Yeah, it is very, very hard. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Sarah Sutton. I'm an indie author of 13 sweet romance books ranging from young adult to new adult. I just published my 13th one, Fraternizing with the Enemy. It is over on Amazon. It is all about a head cheerleader dating the rival quarterback in secret against her friend's wishes after she was voted most likely to peak in high school. Now that my 13th book is published, finished, donezo, it's time to start thinking about the 14th book. And what better time to start something new than novel writing season. In the writing community, November is the month for novel writing, where you sit down and challenge yourself to write 50,000 words in the month of November. You might have heard it called something like NaNoWriMo, which stood for National Novel Writing Month. I've seen a lot of people popping up lately, coming up with their own sort of challenges or things within their communities that they're doing, and I think it's really, really awesome. Like Sarah Cannon is hosting a rough draft challenge, Pro Writing Aid is hosting their Novel November, and a bunch of other cool ones. While I don't plan to use the site for November, I do like the idea of calling it Novel November, where I work on a novel in the month of November. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Novel November. Technically, Pro Writing Aid's like phrasing, but I'm not doing it on their website. They do have like a section on their website where you can fill out a little bit about your manuscript and then get some more resources throughout the month. So if you are curious about that, go check out their website. This isn't sponsored, but I just really like the phrasing that they invented of Novel November. But I'm giving them credit. I didn't come up with it. Pro Writing Aid did. It's October 31st today, which means chaos begins tomorrow. Yeah, I'm challenging myself to write 50,000 words this month, and if you've been around since my old NaNoWriMo vlogs, you'll know that it's going to be an emotional roller coaster. And to be honest, it is kind of rare for me to be able to start a brand new project on November 1st. Normally, during old NaNoWriMo seasons, I'm in the middle of a different project, or I'm in the editing phase of a different project. So I was always kind of like a rebel editing a project and not really having the fun, excitement of drafting a project during November. So this year, I'm actually geared up to start writing on November 1st. And it's just I'm really nervous. I'm excited though, because I feel like this is just like a new year, a new mindset, a new Sarah, and I think it's gonna go well. So let's talk about the specifics, shall we? October is prep season for Novel November, which means you are doing all the prep beforehand so you can hit the ground running when it comes to November 1st. And by prep, I mean plotting, outlining, getting all of your ducks in a row so you know exactly what you are working on when the clock hits midnight. Oh my gosh, saying that actually reminded me of the times that I used to stay up until midnight so I could start writing at midnight. Youth. Now I go to bed at 9:30. It's fine. Now, while I didn't dedicate the entire month of October to plotting, I did start plotting, I think it was October, I don't remember. Actually, I do remember because I wrote it in my notebook. Because also, crazily enough, the stars are aligning. I started a brand new notebook for my outlining for this novel November. So it's just OMG, new project, new notebook. What's going on? I started this notebook October 15th, 2025. So I started plotting October 15th, 2025. So I had half the month of plotting, of Preptober, if you will. So I do feel like I am going into November pretty prepared. I think I have 15 pages of solid outlining. And honestly, I knew a lot about my story kind of going into this. Check out my previous videos if you haven't already, but this story is really fun because it came about in such a unexpected way. To be honest, a song that I heard on TikTok sort of inspired this story idea for book one. And I had the title and oh my gosh, this is perfect. But then I had the title for another book that could potentially be tied together. And I'm well, I don't have an idea for book two. I don't have an idea for the main lead, anything like that. And then it hit me of characters I could pull from previous books and give them their own story. So that's what we're doing. That's what it is. And I'm so freaking excited. Now I'm keeping a lot under lock and key right now. I just kind of want to keep the specifics of things, on the down low. But if you have any guesses on which characters I am, going to be writing about, definitely leave it in the comments. So here's the game plan. 50,000 words in 30 days is 1,667 words per day. Which honestly, I've been through a lot over these past few years. I feel like that number I used to be able to blow it out of the water. And then there was this duration of time where I literally couldn't even write 5 words a day. But I feel like I'm back into a state of mind, a state of like routine where I think I can do it. And I think I won't be stressed. Like I said, I've outlined quite a bit, enough to know where I'm going and the direction I'm going. Not enough to feel like my story is fully plotted out though. So like there's still wiggle room for panic. But it's fine. It's like the perfect balance, isn't it? My plotting process is a little bit different. I feel like I'm not really hardcore with my plotting. I'm not like, I have to know this about my characters. I have to know this and this and this and this. I feel like I'm pretty loose with it. It's kind of just more like a vibe outline. If you want a little bit more in depth than that, I'll leave the video linked down below where I talk a bit more about my outlining process as of recently. But yeah, I wouldn't say like I stick to certain methods and I have to outline in depth. Like, I don't know, I just kind of vibe check it. I'm really excited for Novel November. I feel like this project, it hasn't been in my head long, like maybe within the last month. It's built up enough excitement that I'm just like super pumped to dive into it. And I have like a little bit of a chapter overview, I think through chapter 17 written in my notebook. So like, I think I'll be able to like hit the ground running, to be honest. I do have a part-time job, which means I have days where I will have to go to work and I only work 4-hour shifts. So like objectively, it doesn't sound like anything difficult, right? 4-hour shifts, who cares? But I'm somebody who, once I get home from work, my brain is turned off. So I won't be able to get any... Bobo has found her lammy. It's fine. We'll let her have it. Okay, or maybe we won't. Where's your bone? Where's your bone? Bone does not squeak. Oh, so days when I work mornings, I kind of come home, I'm like, okay, I just want to rot on the couch because my extroverted battery is drained, and thus is my creativity, and I am just like at my lowest level of humaning that day. However, there are days that I go in the afternoon, so that gives me the morning time to be able to squeeze some words in. Ignore my dirty sleeve. It is chocolate ice cream. So I do think there are going to be days where I probably won't get any writing in. It's going to happen. So that means I would love to be able to bulk up some words right from the get-go. Starting from day 1, I would love to try and see if I could hit like double the word count on day 1. Oh, what happened? Oh, I would love to bulk up some words on day 1 so that later in the month, maybe like Black Friday or Thanksgiving, I'll be able to have those words that I kind of bulked and backstock in the beginning of the month for those days. I do want to create a tracker in my notebook, so maybe we should do that together. Okay, I hope you can see this clearly and hear me clearly. I finally found my over-the-desk mount, which is what you're on now, but the microphone's a little bit far from my mouth, so I'm like, fingers crossed that you can hear me. We have our markers. I got these from Ross. They're not like the greatest, but they're like budget markers, so like, who can complain? But they're right here because like you can see my page from my previous, and I don't want anyone to take a screen grab and then flip the angle, so that's why they're right here. NaNoWriMo, our spread. I'm so excited. So I've done a tracker like this in the past, and I kind of want to look at it for reference. I think it was in this notebook. Let's see. Okay, so nothing is labeled to NaNoWriMo, which is unfortunate. Let's just go back and find it. Oh, wait, I might not have. I don't know if I did any of these books for Nano. No. Okay, here we go. I did one for my latest notebook, this one. This is my most recent one that I just finished. I did one. I didn't write anything in it. So, I mean, I did this far. What is that, day 7? Wow, beautiful. Love that for me. It's kind of basic though. I like the idea of like counting track of the day and counting track of the word count that I got. I would love to do a goal, like the running total of the goal. Do you know what I mean? Like I should be at this word count, but I got to this word count. I think that's what I want to do instead. I don't love how I did this because it just is ugly for one. I think I like that better. Day, target, actual, words written. Does that make sense? Target, So the target word count for the day, which is on, you know, whatever day would be 15K. Actual, maybe I only had 14K. But total words written for the day, maybe it was only 1K. Does that make sense? I think I want to do that. But I do love NaNoWriMo tracker. So we're going to do the same thing. This one. Maybe this one. So let's do... Oh, we're not doing NaNoWriMo though. Oh no. Oh yeah, she saved it. Can't believe I saved that. Wow. Okay, perfect. So now let's do the cursive and hope I don't screw up. That's an F. How do you do a B in cursive? That's a yikes, but it's fine. We're gonna ignore it. We're gonna go for it. Day. So we wanted to do tar. Okay, so day, target, actual, total. So the day, 1, target, 1,667. Actual, 1,500. Total, 1,500. Does that make sense? 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Kind of leaned a little bit, but it's fine. So the target, I'm gonna go ahead and fill in the target, but I'm gonna have to do all the math by hand. Or like, you know, 1,667. I don't know that math. So, and I forgot to mention it earlier, but my goal this month is technically to finish this book. That's my ideal. I'm doing the Novel November word count to like kind of keep me held accountable. And that's like the base level goal. So if I don't finish the book, I will still feel accomplished that I hit the Novel November goal. I don't know why I forgot to mention it before, but ideally I would love to fast draft this entire book in this month. We have our day, we have our target, we have our actual, and we have our total. Actual will be the running word total, obviously, because this is the running word total. So then the total words written will be, you know. Yeah. Highlight 1, total, actual. Yay! I also plan to have 10K days this month. I plan to have 2 dedicated ones where I sit down and try to write 10,000 words in one day, and I want to have those vlogs for you, so keep an eye out for those. Those days are always really fun because I feel like towards the end, I start to get a little bit like cuckoo in the brain, and it's always an amusing time watching it back anyway, in the moment. Not too amusing. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good month. I'm excited. I'm really excited to be able to actually attempt this challenge with a brand new first draft because like I said, I feel like I haven't been able to do that in forever. Normally during November, I am working on a different project. Bobo! She's having so much fun. She wants me to play with her though. I love challenges like these. I feel like they push me to be like my most productive self. I feel like I get a lot done when I am challenged like this. So I am really curious to see how that will go this time around. Because I haven't participated in a true writing challenge in a long time. The past 2 years when I was living in my apartment, I kind of went through like the worst burnout of my life. So I feel like it's been a long time since I've sat down and actually gotten this amount of words done in a month. If I can do it. So I'll keep my fingers crossed. Let me know in the comments below if you are doing a writing challenge this month, if you're participating in Novel November through Pro Writing Aid, if you're doing the Rough Draft Challenge with Sarah Cannon, or if you're doing something similar with somebody else. Let us know in the comments below. I also want to know the genre of your project. I didn't even share mine. It's a young adult sweet romance. Who's surprised? Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Sarah Sutton. I'm an indie author of 13 sweet romance books, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!